In previous recording, the camera was all blurry, and I was spending the whole blood pressure check trying to get the camera to work. So yeah, it is trash. I redid the blood pressure check, and yeah, me messing with the camera was what threw my blood pressure off. So yeah, I gotta make sure that the camera's working. I made sure the camera's working this time. Hopefully won't have to have anything to adjust or anything. It'll work this time.
Attention, please. Please keep silent and relax. Keep the cuff at heart level. Your blood pressure is systolic pressure 179 millimeter of mercury pillar. Diastolic pressure 112 millimeter of mercury pillar. Your pulse is 75 beats per minute. Measuring result is high. Thank you. Wish you a good health.
Well, that's up. Even from the previous recording when I was messing with the camera, it's higher. That's bad. It's really bad. In other news, I ordered some food from Denny's. Um, by the way, if you do order from the website, make absolutely certain that you have entered a shipping address, right, before you hit that last button, the for payment, because they do not have a confirm your order page, and you may think that you going through the process and miss a step. That's what I did the first time. They hid. It was difficult to know what I was entering. I did not it's like when you go to order, they immediately drop you into a pickup page, and you have to switch the tab to the delivery page. I didn't know this. That was a hidden little feature, and so I just followed the page and got to a point where it says now pick up your order. Well, I can't go and pick up my order. Anyway, so I had to call the restaurant, and they were like, "Well, cancel your order." But I can't cancel an order when it says to pick up my order. I have to cancel it at the restaurant, and they won't. So it took me a while to get them to understand that. Okay, so they canceled the order, and I I had to be very careful. So be very careful. They there are some safeguards that most order sites do have that they don't have. So so you want to make sure that if you order from Denny's, you want it to be done, you know, careful, and also you want a contactless delivery. That's an important thing too. All right, make sure you have a contactless delivery, so you don't have to contact the other person, so you don't spread the virus to the delivery person or vice versa. Okay. Mostly, you just don't want to spread it to the delivery person because then that could like spread out to other people. That would be worse than the delivery person spreading it to you. It's an important deep distinction. All right? Yes, I know people are selfish. I'm selfish. You're selfish. That's human nature. But you still want to think about the greater community. Okay, that's important. And yeah, all right. Anyway, so if I don't die from the virus, I'll probably die from high blood pressure. So fuck it, I'll die. I'm gonna die either way. um, now I'm kidding. All right, little levity, but yeah, you don't want other people to die. All right, fewer deaths as possible. Oh, also, I just paid for the game Pandemic, Plague Inc. You know, I've played like a web game called Pandemic, right? But it's like Flash and yeah, hard to get Flash games to work now, you know. And Plague Inc. is pretty much the same concept, just done by somebody else. So, it's an app, it's a program. Um, Pandemic actually is an app now. It's Pandemic 2.5. All right, so you can get that installed on your Android device, or I think probably the Apple, your Apple iPad device or whatever. But I don't want to run it on Android. I don't want to install it basically on my DVD player, which is running Android. Okay, I'd like to play it on my computer, which runs Windows. And Pandemic, when you go to Windows and get the Pandemic game for Windows, you're getting basically a computer version of Pandemic, the board game, which is a different game. You're not the virus. You're fighting the virus. This is a different game, but hey, it's worth it if you want to play it. All right, Pandemic, the board game. Um, Go for it. Okay, there's an online version on Steam, a PC version on Steam. Plague Inc., which is basically adopted from the the web version of Pandemic. And if you can get Flash working on your system, I did get it working, but it's like flaky. Um, you can play the old Pandemic 1 or Pandemic 2 on your PC. Or you can play Pandemic 2.0, 2.5 on your Android device. Anyway, that's it. That being said, I should, I'm just going to throw this out if you heard this, listened this far, but I'm probably going to do this again in another video. A little advice on the toilet paper, since like so many people like went out and bought up toilet paper, and one must wonder how are you going to eat because they spent all their money on toilet paper. Um, yeah, I say that because yeah, what the fuck, man, dude, you only need one. If you're going to Costco or Sam's Club, you only need one bag of toilet paper, dude. You don't need like this fucking minivan full of shit. Okay, and what are you gonna do for food? You got no money for food. You spent it on toilet paper. You stupid asshole. Anyway, moving on. Um, because so many of you are going to be out of toilet paper, here's what you do. Poor man's bidet, your shower. Just, you know, shower your butt, shower your asshole, and clean out and clean the backside. Should do that like once every so often anyway, all right? But yeah, usually your toilet and your shower is in the same room, so like once you take a shit, you can hop off the toilet, hop into the shower, and shower your asshole. Get a poor man's bidet. Once you run out of TP, You know, there you go.